Hey there, imagine waking up in just 30 days with a credit score that's 30, 50, or even 100 points higher. Enough to qualify for better loan rates, lower insurance premiums, or finally get approved for that apartment or car you've been eyeing. It sounds almost too good to be true, but if you're willing to follow some proven, practical steps, fixing your credit score fast in 30 days is absolutely possible in 2026. Stick with me because I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it, even if you're starting from scratch or your score has taken some hits in the past. By the end of this, you'll have a clear game plan to start seeing real improvements on your reports and feel way more confident about your financial future. If you've ever felt frustrated because lenders keep turning you down or charging crazy interest rates, you're not alone. A low credit score can cost you thousands of dollars every single year in higher borrowing costs. The good news? Credit scores aren't set in stone. They're based on real behaviours and data that you can influence pretty quickly, especially the parts that matter most, like payment history and how much debt you're carrying relative to your limits. In the next 30 days, we're focusing on the moves that deliver the fastest results without any shady credit repair tricks that could backfire. First, let's get a clear picture of where you stand right now. Pull your free credit reports from all three major bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, through annualcreditreport.com. Do this today because it's the foundation for everything else. Spend time reviewing every single item carefully. Look for mistakes, like accounts that aren't yours, late payments reported incorrectly, or debts that were already settled but still show as outstanding. Errors like these show up on millions of reports every year, and fixing them can give your score a nice bump once the bureaus investigate and update things, which often happens within 30 days. When you find something wrong, dispute it right away online through each bureau's website. Be polite but detailed in your explanation, and include any supporting documents like old statements or settlement letters. While you're waiting for those disputes to process, don't just sit back. Start taking action on the things you can control immediately. This combination of cleaning up errors and building positive momentum is one of the smartest ways to fix your credit score fast. Now, the single biggest factor in your credit score is your payment history, making up about 35% of the total. Even one or two late payments can drag you down for years, but the flip side is powerful. Getting every single bill paid on time from here on out starts rebuilding trust with the system right away. Set up automatic payments for at least the minimum due on all your credit cards, loans, and bills so you never miss again. If money is tight, prioritize the ones closest to their due dates and use calendar alerts or apps to stay on top of everything else. While you're locking in on-time payments, tackle your credit utilization, because this 30% piece of the puzzle can move the needle incredibly fast. Credit utilization is basically how much of your available credit you're actually using. Lenders love to see it under 30%, and the best scores often sit below 10%. If your cards are maxed out or close to it, focus on paying down those revolving balances aggressively over the next 30 days. Even if you can only knock off a few $100s, do it strategically, right before your statement closes, so the lower balance gets reported. Here's a practical tip that works really well. If you have some cash available, pay more than once during the billing cycle. Multiple smaller payments can keep the reported balance low when the lender snaps that snapshot. And if paying everything off feels overwhelming, consider a debt consolidation loan or balance transfer card with a promo rate, but only if the math works in your favour and you won't rack up new debt. The goal is lowering what you owe without closing accounts, because closing old cards can actually hurt your score by reducing your total available credit. Speaking of available credit, another quick win is asking your current credit card issuers for a higher limit. If you've been making on-time payments, many companies will approve increases that instantly improve your utilization ratio without you having to pay down more debt. Just don't go out and spend that extra room. Treat it as a tool for better scoring, not more shopping. Call them up, Explain you're working on improving your finances and see what they offer. This one move alone has helped plenty of people see noticeable jumps in their scores within a month. Another strategy that can deliver results surprisingly fast in 2026 is becoming an authorized user on someone else's well-managed credit card. If you have a trusted family member or friend with a long history of on-time payments and low balances, ask if they'd add you. Their positive history can start showing up on your report, giving your score a boost. Make sure it's someone responsible, because any slip-ups on their end could affect you too. This isn't about gaming the system, it's about leveraging good credit behaviour that already exists. While you're making these changes, think about adding positive information that might be missing. Services like Experian Boost let you get credit for bills you already pay on time, such as utilities, phone, and even rent in some cases. It only takes a few minutes to connect your accounts, and many people see an instant lift because it shows lenders you're handling everyday responsibilities well. In 2026, rent reporting tools are more popular than ever, and getting that data added can strengthen thin credit files quickly. Now, let's talk about what not to do, because avoiding mistakes is just as important as the positive steps when you're trying to fix your credit score fast. Don't apply for a bunch of new credit cards or loans right now. Every hard inquiry can temporarily lower your score, and too many in a short window signals risk to lenders. If you need new credit later, space out applications and focus on pre-qualifications first that don't hurt your score. Also, resist the urge to close old accounts, even if they're not being used. The length of your credit history matters, and those older cards contribute to a longer average age that helps your score. Keep them open with a tiny balance or zero if possible, but monitor them to avoid any annual fees sneaking up. Another common pitfall is ignoring collections or old debts. If you have legitimate collections, reach out to negotiate settlements or payment plans. Getting those resolved and updated as paid can remove negative marks faster than waiting them out. As the days go by in your 30-day plan, track your progress. Many free or low-cost services let you monitor your score weekly, so you can see what's moving the needle. Celebrate the small wins. Maybe your utilization dropped and your score ticked up 20 points already. That momentum keeps you motivated. Remember, different scoring models like FICO and VantageScore weigh things slightly differently, but the core habits we're building work across the board for most lenders in 2026. If your credit situation involves things like bankruptcies, foreclosures, or multiple late payments, know that those stay on your report for up to 7 to 10 years, but their impact fades over time as you add more positive history. The 30 days won't erase them completely, but consistent action now starts the recovery process strong and positions you much better for bigger improvements in the months ahead. One more powerful habit. Build a realistic budget that puts extra money toward debt reduction each paycheck. Even $50 or $100 extra per card can lower balances meaningfully in a month. Cut unnecessary subscriptions, cook at home more, or pick up a quick side gig if possible. All that effort compounds into better credit and more money in your pocket long term, because you'll qualify for lower rates later. By the end of these 30 days, if you've disputed errors, paid on time, lowered your utilization, requested limit increases, and added positive trade lines where possible, you should see measurable improvement. Some people report jumps of 50 points or more when their profile responds well to these changes. The key is consistency and focusing on what actually moves the scoring factors. Fixing your credit score fast isn't about magic. It's about smart, focused actions that align with how the system works. You've got the power to take control starting today, and every step you take brings you closer to better financial opportunities. Your future self will thank you when you're approved for that mortgage at a great rate or saving hundreds on car insurance. Take that first step right now. Pull those reports, set up one automatic payment, and pay down a small balance. You've got this, and I'm rooting for your score to climb higher than you expect. If this plan helped you understand exactly how to fix your credit score fast in 30 days, drop a like and share it with someone who needs a fresh start too. Let me know in the comments what your biggest credit challenge is right now. We'll keep building on this together. Here's to stronger credit and a brighter financial picture ahead.